Housing discrimination is on the rise, and whether you know it or not, several cuts to HUD funding are making it near impossible to get help or assistance if you've been discriminated against in regards to housing. You may have heard about these cuts but paid no attention because it didn't affect you directly. And as long as you had your own apartment at the affordable rate of 30% of your income, you were fine with whatever else they decided to do. But many of you have children and young adults who are seeking to get out on their own. And no matter how many apartments they apply for in this city, they can't seem to find one. They get called in for the interview, all the documents are in order, but they never get called for the apartment. It ain't like they went down for an interview on their own. They were called to an interview because an apartment was available. Had there been no availability, they would have never been called. Yet somehow, after passing the interview and producing all the needed documents, they were never called to come and take the apartment. Housing Connect is notoriously known for holding interviews, requesting documentation, and giving no apartment. But the apartments are going to somebody, and I'm suggesting we take a good look at who is getting these apartments. Because for far too many of those having Section 8 vouchers, many of them have been forced to move outside of the 5 boroughs in order to obtain one. And without any inquiry or investigation, there's no way of knowing if the apartments are being given out fairly based on who applied and qualified first. Because there's too many applicants who consistently apply and qualify, yet are not being given an apartment, while others provide documents, interview, and move in. And if you ask, you will continually hear a particular population proclaim Housing Connect to be a joke for precisely this reason, while others of a different population have no problem at all. In making matters worse, a New York appellate court ruled on March 5th that state laws forcing landlords to accept Section 8 vouchers are unconstitutional because they violate Fourth Amendment rights against unreasonable warrantless searches. This decision strikes down a 2019 law limiting housing options for low-income tenants using vouchers. The courts ruled that requiring landlords to participate in the Section 8 program, which mandates government inspections, constitutes a forced warrantless search of their property. This is considered a major setback for tenant advocates and low-income residents because it allows landlords to refuse to accept these vouchers. The courts highlighted that while the federal Section 8 program is voluntary, state law was improperly compelling participation. And this ruling specifically impacts the state of New York and contradicts every current effort to expand tenant protections. This is in addition to Trump cuts to fair housing program, a department within HUD which tenants were able to appeal to and get assistance if they were discriminated against in regards to housing. So no, they didn't cut or take away your vouchers. They just made it so the landlord has been given legal justification to reject it.